Mars entering into Libra is going to be having this kite formation by making a grand air trine with Uranus and Gemini and Pluto and Aquarius. So, wherever the air signs are in our chart, this grand air trine is going to provide a lot of natural flow and momentum of energy available in those areas of our life. Sometimes trines and grand trines, they're these temporary moments. They're these really auspicious opportunities that come, but they can come and go really quickly. And if we aren't paying attention or if we aren't actively putting ourselves into participation, we can kind of miss that window. And what's really cool about this grand air trine with Mars, Uranus, and Pluto is that it's in this kite formation. Mars is not just making those grand air trines, Mars is also opposing Saturn retrograde, Neptune retrograde in Aries. And that opposition, while on its own would be something that would be really heavy and hard and challenging to work with, on its own, I would be a little bit like caution. But actually, it's the tension and the energy of that opposition that gives this kite so much more potential for Mars. And we talked about this last week that the tail of the kite, the opposition point, that actually is the key driver and catalyst where we are going to direct the energy for this kite to fully take flight. And because that opposition between Mars and Saturn, Neptune, and Aries is the anchor point or the release point and the catalyst point for the kite aspect, we're going to spend a little time talking about that Mars, Saturn, Neptune specifically, because this is the point where we want to direct our focus, intention, and action in order to manifest the greatest potential of success of working with this really auspicious, really rare alignment in astrology. This kite activation begins on Friday, August 8th. And as Mars moves forward into Libra, it's actually going to sustain or hold the energy of the grand air trine and opposition all the way through Sunday, August 10th. So thinking about that window, that weekend, this is a moment to not just rest on your laurels, but to say yes. Where is it that if you say yes, if you're committed, life is saying you're ready to take flight.